A tangled bond. Dear reader, prepare yourself for a tale woven with love, unease, and the shadows of unspoken truths. This is the story of Lila and Ethan, a couple whose dreams of a shared future are tested by a family dynamic that blurs the lines between affection and obsession. Lila, a spirited 30-year-old with a heart full of hope, had been swept up in a 2-year romance with Ethan, a charismatic 35-year-old whose warmth made her believe in forever. Their love was a tapestry of late-night talks and shared dreams, but a chilling undercurrent emerged during a visit to Ethan's family home, a sprawling estate where secrets simmered beneath the surface. At first, Lila found Ethan's closeness with his mother, Margaret, endearing. A poised woman in her late 60s, Margaret exuded quiet control, her eyes always lingering on her son. Every night, like clockwork, she sent Ethan a "goodnight, my sweet boy" text at 10 p.m., adorned with heart emojis. Lila smiled at the quirk until it became impossible to ignore. During their second visit, a week-long immersion in Ethan's family life, the cracks deepened. On the fourth day, craving a moment of intimacy, Lila suggested a romantic dinner for just the two of them. As she reached for her coat, Ethan leaned down and kissed Margaret's forehead, murmuring, "Back soon, Mom." The gesture wasn't just familial. It was tender, possessive, and Margaret's gaze followed him out the door like a lover watching her partner leave. Lila's heart sank, a flicker of unease igniting. The next morning, the unease turned to dread. At breakfast, Ethan was scrolling through his phone when Margaret slipped behind him. Without a word, she pressed her lips to his back, her breath lingering for a slow, deliberate 10 seconds. Lila, sitting inches away, felt her stomach twist. The act was intimate, raw, something a partner might do, not a mother. Her coffee grew cold as she watched, an outsider in a moment that felt too private. Margaret's affection was relentless. Every day, she found reasons to touch Ethan, her hands kneading his shoulders while he sat at the kitchen table, her fingers tracing patterns with a familiarity that made Lila's skin crawl. Yet this warmth never extended to Ethan's sister, Clara, or his father, Harold. Clara, a sharp-tongued lawyer, kept Margaret at a distance, her eyes flashing with a quiet defiance. Harold, a gentle giant who had supported the family for decades, was met with sharp criticism. A crooked tie, a loud sip of coffee, while sleeping in a separate bedroom, a silent monument to a fractured marriage. Lila's discomfort grew into a gnawing fear. She confronted Ethan one starlit evening, her voice trembling. "Why does your mom act like that? It feels too much." Ethan, ever the people pleaser, blushed it off. "She's just affectionate because Dad's so closed off," he said, his smile soft but unyielding. "It's normal, Lila." But Lila saw what he couldn't. Margaret's affection wasn't motherly. It was selective, intense, and aimed solely at Ethan. Why did Clara, who doesn't like being touched, escape this smothering love? Why was Harold left in the cold? Christmas Eve brought the drama to a fever pitch. As snow blanketed the estate, Margaret's behavior turned bolder. At dinner, she fed Ethan a bite of her cherry pie from her own fork, her eyes locked on his with a hunger that made Lila's pulse race. Clara caught Lila's gaze, her expression a silent confirmation. "You're not imagining this." Later, when Ethan stepped into the kitchen for more wine, Margaret followed. Through the door, Lila overheard her whisper, "You're my everything, Ethan. Don't let her take you from me." The words were a dagger, sharp and cold. Lila's mind reeled. This wasn't just a close family. It was a web of emotional entanglement with Ethan as its unwitting center. Margaret's subtle jabs at Lily's job, her insistence on orchestrating Ethan's visits, and her possessive grip in every family photo painted a clearer picture. Clara later confided, "She's been like this forever. I drew a line, but Ethan, he can't say no." The final night pushed Lila to the edge. As Ethan kissed Margaret goodnight, her hand cupped his cheek, her voice low and pleading. "You'll always come back to me, won't you?" Lila's blood ran cold. This wasn't about family loyalty. It was a battle for Ethan's soul. She loved him fiercely, dreamed of a home and children with him. But could she marry a man so entwined with his mother's needs? Every visit felt like stepping into a psychological thriller, with Margaret as the puppet master and Ethan as her star. As Lily packed her bags, her heart fractured. She stood at a precipice, fight for Ethan or walk away from a love shadowed by Margaret's hold. The snow fell silently outside, but inside, a storm raged. Would Lila find a way to break the spell, or would Margaret's grip prove unbreakable?